Hey guys, it's Brody. Today I'm doing some walkthrough solves, but I'm not doing them alone. I'm doing them in a collaboration with the 6 Sides. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. So first of all, let me explain what's going on. So we're each going to do 5 example solves on the same 5 scrambles. So for example, I'll do my walkthrough solve on a scramble, then he'll do his, and then after that there'll be a card link in the top right that will go to a poll where you can tell us whose solve was better. And so with that in mind, let's get started with mine. I'm going to have the scrambles on top of the screen for both of ours, so it should be easy to follow along. Here we go. So here is the first scramble. Let's see what I can do here. I think here I'm going to do white cross, and this pair right here is going to be my first one. So I have this edge already on white, I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one in the back. So I can solve these two relative to this in 3 moves from this angle, which goes R prime, F, R prime. And I notice that that brings the pair I'm going to track right into the front. And so then when I do U prime L2 to bring down that edge, which basically completes the cross, I have this really easy pair here. So I just finish off cross with D, and then I have my first pair right here. There's not really anything else great right now. I might just have to check these two. So I connect that pair, then I'm gonna do F move inserts to put that into that slot. And that sets me up with, this is really the only other good pair. So because I have both these slots open, I can disconnect them on the right here as opposed to doing it on the left. So that saves some time because obviously right-handed moves are faster. So then U2, insert that. That sets up these two, except this edge is misoriented, so I'm going to have to do an advanced insert, but that's actually not too difficult. So when I connect them, I can do that insert in order to solve that pair. Ooh, and then because I have this edge and this corner, I can do another advanced insert, which goes like this. Let's see if I can show you that again. So you have this in the front, that color's matching, this corner is facing the back, and you do that. Then I have an easy OLL and a G-perm.
Alright, so I'd like to note that I do white and yellow cross, so I'll try to do mostly white crosses because I know a lot of people only do white cross, but let's just get into it. So I see I've got my pieces here, 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 and here, and okay, so this is a pretty easy cross. So I can bring this blue down like that, and then the red will come down. So I can put that in between the blue and the green. And then I'm tracking this pair the entire time. And so the corner is just going to move over here and this edge is going to be here. I knew that during an inspection. So I'll do the L2 and then align the cross. And then this is going to be my first pair. I'll just take the edge out to set it up for the 3-move insert. And then instead of rotating like this, typically you want to rotate so that your first few pairs are solved into the back so that you can see more of the unsolved cube, and so you have more choices to do, more options. So the next pair I see is this one, and I know that this edge back here is blue. You can see that it is in fact blue because this is the orange and green edge, and this is the orange and yellow edge. So the only other orange edge that's not solved is back here, so that's blue. And so I can just do that and set that up for the 3-move insert. And then I see this edge is here, but it's misoriented, and then this corner. But that corner I knew was going to have the white sticker on top, so I'll just stick it in the back, take that pair out, and then here I'd probably just do that, and then I'd rotate this way and kind of do that to orient my edges. That's a little weird. What a lot of people do is that, but I usually do that because it's a bit faster for me. And then I have a COLL and a PLL skip.
So who had the better solve, me or the 6 sides? Click on the card in the top right corner to vote, and when you're done with that, keep watching to see the rest of the solves. So here is the second scramble, and this one looks like it's actually going to be a pretty easy yellow cross. Sorry, that took me quite a long time to say. And I see this corner edge right here, which means I'm going to try and preserve that against there and use that edge to make an X cross. So let's see what I can do. Okay, this is probably going to seem really inefficient, but it's probably going to be interesting. So if I move this down to here with U2, R2, and then I do a U2 back, I haven't messed up these two, which are solved relative to each other, and I've still got these two, except when I do F, U prime, R prime, F to solve my cross, I've put that in its spot, and I've got that edge where it needs to go, so I can just do D2, and I have an X cross, and I have an easy first pair here or there, and I'm going to do this one because after I do this, this pair will be easier. So I can just move it over and solve it like that. And actually, if I do this pair instead, then it won't mess up these two very much, and that'll just be easier in general. So I can connect those and then do an F move insert and then do U2 again, and I just have this for my last pair. Let's see. Okay, on this OLL, I'm going to have my corners permuted, and I get a counterclockwise U-perm.
So for this solve, white cross is a little weird, so I'd probably do yellow. Yeah, yellow's actually really simple. And then I see that this pair is actually going to be paired up. So it's actually a very nice cross. So I can solve this orange edge here by doing a D prime and then an R, but I also see this edge is here, so I can do a D prime and DU at the same time, and that moves this edge here and this corner here. So when I do the R, that pairs them up, and then just a B prime, and then I can align the cross. Then I'll insert this. Now I see this pair, so I'll just break it up, and then I see this corner here and this edge is here, so I'm looking for either of the pieces that go with those two. I see the corner, so I probably just do that, and then the last pair is here, so I can cancel into setting that up for the 3-move insert, and then I'll just insert the pair. And then I have OLL, I do a weird algorithm for that case, and then a V perm.
So who had the better solve? Me with my complicated X cross, or the 6 sides with his simple first pair prediction? Click on the card in the top right to vote, and then keep watching, because there's a lot more to come. Okay, there's the scramble. And I'm probably gonna do white cross here. Let's see if I want to try and do an X cross. I'm not sure if there's a great way to. Okay, I'm just gonna, well, not an X cross, but I'm gonna save this pair. So I have this on opposites, and this is really close to being on opposites, and so I'm gonna take advantage of that. So when I do F prime, then this is 1 move away from being on opposites. So I'll just put that down, and put down this edge, and then take out this pair before I do any D moves. So I'll just do that, D, L, D. Then I'll rotate and do this pair. And I rotate so I can do it in the back left, so that the rest of my pairs will be easier as far as location goes. And this pair is going to be next. So I'm going to do this one by setting them up like that. And I'm already checking, this is going to be okay, but this is going to be really good. So I just insert that, and here I rotate, and now I'm not going to do have to do any more rotations for the rest of the solve. because when I insert that, this is oriented. So I solve that, and I get fat soon. But I noticed that this is going to give me a diagonal swap if I do the normal alg, so I'm going to do a slightly different one. And that gives me a GC perm, which is better than a diagonal swap PLL.
So for this cross, I'd probably do white because I have this pair here and it's not too hard to preserve. So I'd probably solve the pieces to their opposites like that. So that solves these two. And then I take this pair out with a sexy move and then move the crossover, bring this down, and then I'd probably do a wide U move here because normally I used to do that and then rotate to insert, but I'd probably just do the wide U move here and then insert it and then rotate afterwards. So then I see this pair here, so I'll just solve that, and then I saw this edge, so I was looking for the corner that's coming out of this slot. So then I'd solve that using an algorithm I showed in a video on my channel, so go check that out. And then I see this white corner back here, and then I also see this green edge and this green edge. I don't actually know which one it is, but I know I'm gonna have to rotate anyway, so I saw that this is the edge that goes with it. It's a pretty easy case. And then OLL, and then here, okay, so here I see that I do have this R perm, and what most people do is this algorithm, and that's okay. I'd probably just do that. There is another algorithm I use that's just a mirror of the normal one with the right hand, but in that case I probably would have just done the standard algorithm.
You guys get the gist now. Click on the card in the top right corner to vote on who had the better solve, me or the 6 sides. And here, this one looks pretty good. Let's see what I can do. So I'm going to do yellow, and I see this pair, I see this pair. Let's see what I can do here. Oops. So I have this edge already there, and I have these 3, which are all really close to being where they need to be. So I can just do L2. These 2 are in the right place relative to each other. And then if I do U prime, R prime, F, and everything is solved relative to each other, and I have this pair and this pair, and I'm gonna do this one. So let's rotate like that, do that. That sets up this pair right here. And once I do that, this edge will be oriented because I have to do a rotation. So I can do that, have this pair, and here, I'm gonna do something fancy that I like doing just to get my edges. So if I did like that from that angle, then I'm gonna get 2 edges oriented, but not all of them. So I'm gonna do part of that there. And what I'm doing is I'm inserting the misoriented edge into the slot and then finishing off the pair from my rotation. And this sets up a COLL that I taught in one of my recent COLL tutorial videos. So I'm gonna do that. And judging from this bit right here, I'm going to have a clockwise U-perm in the back now. And that finishes off my solve.
Alright, so for this solve, I'd probably do yellow cross again. And then this is going to be my first pair. Yeah, so this is going to be my first pair because it's literally just going to move over here. So I can see that this piece is already on the cross. I can bring this one down with an L2. And then I can just do a U prime, R prime, F, and that solves these 2. And then I can align the cross, and I'll go straight into doing that pair, rotate, insert it into the back. Again, you want to solve your first pairs into the back so you can see more pieces. And then here I'm kind of stuck because I don't actually see anything good except for this edge here and then this corner here, but they don't match. So I'm looking for other pieces, and I see this is yellow, and so I kind of tilt the cube this way, and I saw that this was green. So I know that that's a pair here. And then to solve it, I'd probably just rotate like that. solve it like that. And then I saw this here, so I'd go right into doing that. And this edge is going to be here misoriented, and then this corner I saw earlier is just going to be like that. And then I did know that this pair, this corner here is going to end up with yellow on top, so I would have probably canceled into doing that. And then here, this is actually a really easy winner variation case, just like that. And then here I have a G-perm.
So once again, click on the card in the top right corner and you can vote on who had the better solve. You'll only have to hear me say this one more time. You're almost at the end of the video. Okay, let's check this one out. And okay, that's gonna be pretty good. So I'm gonna do yellow, and this will be my first pair right here. So I already have this green on opposites, so I'm just going to put down this on opposites, F prime to put this down on opposites, D prime, L, D prime, just to do that. And so I have this, and then I'll have this. Let's see, what can I, okay, let's just do that. Then I can rotate. And I could do, actually if I do these two first, that will still be oriented. So I just do sledgehammer, do that. And then if I do some keyhole stuff here, I can take out that edge, which sets me up for an easier case. I could do like a lefty advanced thing here, but I'd rather just rotate and solve the pair like that. Okay, I've got another easy OLL and an A-perm. And so that's my last solve.
Okay, so for this last scramble, I'm probably going to do white, and then this is going to be my first pair because this corner is just going to move up here, and then that'll give me a pretty nice case to start F2L with. So I'd bring this edge down to solve it relative to the orange edge, and then do a D, an F, and then an L prime to bring these two, and then I do a D2, and then I'd solve this pair because, like I said, that corner only moved one move, and it's a pretty nice case. And then I did see this one here as it was in the back, so I would have canceled into doing that and then solve that. Now I see these two, but they aren't a match. So this is blue and this is green. So I do know that. Now I'm looking for the pieces that go with these two pieces here, and so I'm looking around. I'm seeing that all these other pieces are yellows, so it must be in this back slot. The other two pieces are back here. And so since I know that this is orange, this has to be the edge that goes with this corner. So I'll move the corner over here, take the edge out, that solves it, and then this is going to set up to a 3-move insert. So I'll rotate, insert that, easy OLL, and then here, okay, so this is another R-perm, but this time I'd use the other algorithm I mentioned earlier in the video, because if I do this one, I'd have to do another AUF after the algorithm, but if I did a U2 prime, I won't have to do an AUF after the algorithm. And the way you can tell with R-perms is you have this edge here matched up with the center, and if they are matched, then you won't have to do an AUF.
So this time it's going to be a little different. I would still like you to click on the card and vote who did better on this solve, but I'd also like you to comment who you think did better over the 5 solves, me or the 6 sides.
So I'd like to thank Brody for offering to do this collaboration with me. It's really nice to know that there are larger YouTube channels who think that I'm making good content and want to help me out on my channel and wanted to do a collaboration.
So thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you so much to the 6 sides for joining me on this. He's really up and coming with tutorial content sort of like mine, and I really like the kind of stuff he's doing. So if you want to check out his channel, there will be a link in the description and a link in one of the end cards towards the last bit of this video. If you like this video, like, subscribe, check out his channel, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a wonderful day.